So now let's go to the advanced XPath concepts. Very, very important topic, advanced XPaths. Okay. Okay. Now let me open my notepad. Basically, in our first programs, we discussed about XPaths. Okay. So how to write XPath and how to identify the XPath we discussed. Suppose this is my username text field. Just I'm right clicking and inspecting. So copy XPath I'm taking. This is the XPath we are taking every time. Just a minute. So this is the XPath I'm taking, and here inspect, and here also I'm taking copy XPath. So like this, I'm taking the XPath. Okay. So if you are taking the XPath, this will be called as a relative XPath. Relative XPath. Okay. This will also be, so if you are copying that one, that concept will be called as relative XPath. And if you are taking this copy full XPath, this will be called as absolute XPath. Absolute XPath. Okay. In XPath, basically there are two types of XPaths. One is absolute XPath and another one is relative XPath. First of all, we will discuss what is an absolute XPath because we have done more labs on the relative XPath. Okay. So absolute XPath means you are traversing for that particular web element from root node to up to that specific web element. So the complete traverse is given, will be represented in the XPath. So like that, you are traversing up to that particular web element. So this concept is known as absolute XPath. Okay. And what is a relative XPath? We will discuss. Relative XPath means this is for this web element. First of all, I'm taking copy element. So this is the web element. For this web element, the relative XPath generated like this. So if you are writing an for a particular web element, if you want to write XPath manually, okay, you have taken XPath from the system automatically, relative XPath. But if you want to write it XPath manually also, we can write like this. So instead of this line, what I am doing, I'm writing double slash, and whatever tag name is there, we need to write immediately input, and I'm beginning my beginning bracket and ending bracket I'm writing. Okay. And I'm taking name is equal to txt password. Okay. And here I'm giving at the rate name. So this is the XPath of that particular web element. If you want to write XPath manually also, you can write like this. So first of all, what I have done, just double slash, and whatever tag name is there, just I have written and bracket, and I have taken like this. So whatever this will be called as object property, and this will be called as object property, and this autocomplete is equal to off, this will be also called one object property. So this will be called as object property. So for this particular web element, there are four object properties: name, id, autocomplete, type is equal to. So I can write XPath by using object properties. If you are writing an XPath by using object properties, that concept will be called as relative XPath. Okay. So like that I have written. So if you want to amend, suppose in our first class I told, suppose in a class there are having name as Sudhakar. Okay. When I'm calling Sudhakar, there are three people are standing in that class. So the obviously the WebDriver will get confused. So in that case, if I want to add more filter, I can add one more filter like this. Control C, Control V, and just we need to add at the rate. That's it. Okay. Still the web element, it is showing two of three like that. Whenever you are doing Control F, it is showing two of three, four, three of four, like that it is showing. But if it is showing one of one, that means that web element is identifying uniquely on the web page. So if you want to add more object properties, you can add like this, just by writing AND operator like this at
So
the rate.
does it support and or both operators or?
Yeah, but there is no meaning if you are writing
Right.
OR operator, but OR operator also allowed. But if you are
Okay.
adding OR operator, that web element cannot be identified as uniquely.
Uniquely correct. Okay.
So that's the reason most of the times 199% people will use uh, AND operator. So now we understood how to write XPath manually. Okay, so let me copy and we'll check. So Control F, Control V. See here it is showing 1 of 1. If it is showing 1 of 1, the WebDriver 100% will identify that web element. So whenever
Correct.
if you want to write XPath manually, you can write manually like this. Okay. In case if system is giving, you are taking the XPath, maximum system will give the unique web element only, but there might be sometimes you will get 2 of 3, 3 of 4, like that. Okay, in such cases you can copy the web element and add the more object properties by writing AND operator like this. Okay, so just a minute, I will save this content as well, I will send to you. Okay, so like this we can write relative XPath. So is everyone clear what is an absolute XPath and what is an relative XPath and how to write the relative XPath as of now? Purushottam, Kedar, and
Yes.
okay. So just relative
Yes.
XPath means just we are identifying a web element. Okay, copy element. Just we are identifying an web element by its object properties. And if you want to take it automatically, just we are doing copy XPath. That is constructing by based on the object properties. And absolute XPath means you are traversing for that particular web element from root node to that specific node. This concept is known as absolute XPath. Okay. Now the question is why we are not using absolute XPath. So far, why we are using only relative XPath, and why people are not using absolute XPath in the real time. That is the question we need to discuss. Okay, right. Suppose I have written a logic in this HTML page, and later some point of time developer has removed that code. Okay, which means that absolute XPath will be changed because he didn't inform to me. If I will develop my XPath complete logic, XPaths, if I will write like this, my object XPath is changed. So everywhere I need to amend my script in all the programs. So if I will depend on absolute XPath, maintenance of the scripts will be impacted. So that's the reason I won't use absolute XPath. Okay, now let's see the programs on the absolute XPath and relative XPath. So I am writing the first program, I am writing driver dot find element by XPath. So by writing absolute XPath also we can write, but in case if developer is deleting any of the one of the tag between the, if he is adding or deleting, the absolute XPath will be changed. If he is not changing, our script will be work, but sometimes developer will do frequently. So that's the reason I won't recommend to use absolute XPath. Okay, but if you are using relative XPath, developer won't change object properties. Okay, so that's the reason in all the automation, all other automation tools also people will use relative XPath concept only. So let me run this program and we'll see. So this XPath session will take 2 days. So I will try to cover 5 more topics today. So our program is passed, which means we understood the web elements will be identified by absolute XPath. So is everyone clear on the first program?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yes.
So now let's see the relative XPath. Relative XPath program I'm not telling because we are using this one. Okay. So if you in the relative XPath, just I told how to write XPath manually also I told this is the extra point I said, that's it only. Okay, so to write relative XPath, you can also use this XPath also. Okay, this is the system given. Suppose if you want to add, you can add this one. Okay, just a minute. So here wherever double quotation is there, just remove the double quotation and keep the single quotation. So just I added more object properties, that's it only. Control X. Right. So like this, I have written XPath manually also. Okay. So let me run this relative XPath program. So if the session will close, we can join again. So that's it on the relative XPath. So hope everyone is clear on the absolute XPath and relative XPath.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now and or operator, I'm going to tell. Okay. So to give the best explanation on the and or operator, I'm going to tell here. So here my login button is there. Okay, just I'm inspecting, copying this element, and I'm pasting on my notepad here. Okay, if I want to write XPath manually, what I need to do? Just double slash input, bracket begin and bracket browse, and I need to write my object properties.
Yeah.
So here I am taking name is equal to submit, and value is equal. So if there is name is equal to submit, just I need to write at the rate also. Okay. So my XPath is ready. I can take this XPath. But let us say in your web application, along with the login button, there is a reset button is also there. Then that case, this XPath won't suitable. So what do you need to write? So you need to write value is equal to login. That's why the login button name is displaying. So in that case, if I want to click on reset button, I need to take this one also. Value is equal to log. Here I need to write value is equal to reset. So here it is. I need to write and at the rate value is equal to login. And here I need to write at the rate value is. So So here I need to write and or operator. Okay, or operator also allowed, but there is no meaning. People won't use or operator at all. Okay, so to tell the login button example, I have taken this one. Okay, so or means it will identify the uh, based on the logical condition, and means definitely the filter condition will be applied like that. Okay, so that's it on the or and operator. In the interview question, people will ask, is or and operators both will be used or not? They will ask. So we have to say yes. That's it only. Okay. Now let's see the next program. Text
Yeah,
off.
what is the typical use case where OR operator is useful?
Or operator never used. I never used in my 14 years experience.
Okay.
And
Then it's
operator
fine.
only, because I want to use only for to filter out, and I want to identify that
Correct.
particular web element uniquely. Okay.
Probably to get some array elements, something like that.
If the
Or
scenario will come, then we can
hmm,
think and our
yes,
operators also we can use like that.
correct.
But anyway, we
Okay,
know what is the meaning of or.
correct. Yes.
Okay, now let's see text. So text. So here, if you see after logging into my nationalities home page, so this is the XPath I'm writing. So just a minute. Okay. So this is the XPath I have taken. So text of is equal to nationalities, and text of is equal, so I can, so just a minute, I will you getting confused here. No need to take 2 points. Okay, so I have written text of is equal to nationalities. So you can, if you are seeing something on the web page, you can write by text of is equal to, just a minute, I will show you. If any labels information or hyperlink information, if you are able to see on a particular web page, just right click and click on inspect, control F. Okay, so this is the XPath I'm using. Text of is a keyword to identify the some web elements on a web page. Okay, so here just a minute, after clicking on admin, so nationalities. So I need to give one more slash. Okay, so here I'm able to find out my hyperlink by writing XPath like this. Text of is equal to. Okay, but if you want to write inspect the web element XPath, you can also take this one, copy XPath. This technique we already know. I'm not talking about this one. Okay, this one, this talking, this XPath I'm not talking. So text of is a keyword. If you want to write quickly, you can write it like this. Text of is equal to whatever XPath is there. Suppose if you want to give star, the tag name might be anything. Okay, so here my tag name might be anything. If you want to mention specific tag name, so here my tag name started with A. That's the reason I'm writing A. Here's if my tag name is input, I will write as input here. Okay, if you don't want to write anything specific, just you can write star. Star text of is equal to nationality. See that XPath is identified. Suppose if I want to identify admin, see it is identified, but it is showing 1 of 5. Okay, so in that case you can go with the XPath system XPath, or you can write XPath manually for this particular web element by writing copy element. Okay, and if you want to check for PIM, you can check PIM. So here it is identifying this particular web element uniquely. So text of is equal to, so by right by take, so this rule can be applicable to any of the hyperlinks or any of the labels on the web page. You can easily identify. Here see, here admin is identified, here admin is identified, here admin is identified. Like this, previously admin is identified 5 times, 1 of 5. But so this is also one of the technique to identify the web elements in the XPath. So is this clear? So after clicking on admin, so here I'm writing find elements by link text. So I can also write, just I'm keeping this line as comment. So text of is equal to, here I'm writing admin. So I'm first of all I'm clicking on admin. After that I'm clicking on nationalities. So the XPath I have saved here. That's why I'm writing like this. So like this, by text of also we can use like this. So is everyone clear what I'm telling, how to write the text of?
I I got how to write it, but
Uh,
a bit confused. Like what is its advantage?
what is it for advantage
I mean,
means sometimes
yeah.
you can save your time while writing the XPath. If it is if you want to write shortcutly, so you can write it.
Mm-hmm.
So suppose,
Okay.
and I will tell
So
you
we are
one more.
getting we are creating like generic XPath
uh,
based on the text for that
yes,
element.
okay,
Okay.
I will tell
And
you
you don't
one.
need to UI inspect every time. You can
Right,
directly start programming.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that is one advantage. I will tell
Mhm.
you one more advantage. Okay,
Yeah.
so now let's take, there is a in, so we discussed in our program. Okay, after the second logic I will tell you what is the advantage. Okay, so now we discussed about text of, the immediate next program is contains. So it is also same similar concept. So I'm taking this one, control C, copy. text of is equal to means exact label name it is checking. Okay, but the same thing contains text of comma. So suppose if I am mentioning like this nationalities, see that web element is highlighted, means I can able to highlight, I can able to find so some partial text also. Okay, whether it might be hyperlink, whether it might be span tag, means it is label. Okay, so whether it may be label tag, whether it may be anything. Okay, so I can write like this. So text of is equal to means it is checking for the exact text, but contains text of comma nationalities. So just some partial text only I am giving, so I can able to identify. Okay, so what is the advantage if you are ask me? Suppose in the hyperlinks partial link text we discussed inbox of 123. You remembered? Is everyone remembered? I think so. Here inbox of
Yeah.
123 we have discussed inbox of 123. Here if I will write driver dot find element by link text, I will take the first static text only inbox, because every time that hyperlink text is changing, so tomorrow my program is failing. That's why finding link text, some partial hyperlink text only I'm taking. That's why I'm writing partial link text. That is fine. But if it is not a hyperlink, what is the solution we have to take? If it is hyperlink only, we are writing partial link text, driver dot find element by link text. If that is not a hyperlink, the tag name is not started with a, and some that is some other web element other than hyperlink, that particular web element text is dynamically changing, then what is the alternative? So in that case we need to use this one only. The web element is not a hyperlink, then we need to take this one only here. Kedar, you got the point? So
Yes, yes, I was
driver
getting it.
dot find element by x path, you will identify that particular web element, because it's not a driver dot find element partial link text. This is not a hyperlink. Then you need to write like this only 100%. So this is very very important point. In the interviews, people are 100% they are asking. Just you need to understand this point. So Purushottam and Shavanti, did you understood this point? Okay, one
Uh,
second. I will show you the example. Then you will understand. Link text. Okay, RNHRM 35. I will go to the locators topic, partial link text. Okay. So here I have written driver dot find element by link text inbox dot click. This is clear. Is everyone why we are writing?
yes.
Kedar and Purushottam.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
this is clear. Because we are writing this partial link text, because this is an hyperlink, because this tag name is started with a. But this line of code written like this. Okay, just a minute. So just a minute. Hello.
Yes.
Vidya, we are in middle of some session. Just it will be completed in 5 minutes. After that, I will ping you. Hello. Hello, Vidya. I will call you in
Hello?
after. Vidya, we are in. I am in middle of some session. I will call you after that 5 minutes. The in after next 5 minutes, this session will be closed and we can
Okay,
continue.
okay, then I'll log off. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Vidya. So here previously the anchor tag is like this. So you have written partial link text. That's fine. Okay. But if my tag name is span tag, span means label name. Okay. If other than anchor tag, then I should not supposed to write this line. Okay. So what is the alternative I need to write is, I need to write this line only. Just a minute. I need to write this line only. driver dot find element by xpath text of is equal to, I need to write this one, because if the tag name is anchor tag, then I will write that one. If the tag name is this one, I will write this one. Okay. So is everyone clear what is the difference when to use this contains text of?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the reason we need to understand. So if it is not an hyperlink, how will you handle this web element? That is the question in the interview people will ask. Okay. So in that case, if if it is not the hyperlink, I will write by contain text of. Okay. Like this, I can identify my dynamic web element, because wherever my text is changing, then I can. So why can't we use text of if you are saying like that? Okay, if you are saying context of is equal to, because inbox of 123, that is a complete text I need to write, so that I cannot use. But contains text of means it is checking some partial text based on my label. Okay, like this. That's the reason. So in today's class we discussed so XPath up to 5 programs, and
Basically,
to
there are uh, so many options to identify an element that it
yes.
will be good to revise everything and put them in a nice Excel sheet.
uh, Sorry.
No, I mean
uh,
from anyone who is studying like
uh,
me, it will
uh,
be good to revise everything that we are studying so far. But there are n number of options to identify an element now.
yeah,
So
but
it will
in
be
no
good to
other
revise everything.
but no other institutes, I can say 100% these
Right,
many concepts will tell. Okay,
right.
whoever
I
is
agree.
experts in the expert, they will only will tell. I can surely tell nobody will tell the expert
Yes,
techniques, because they will tell only simple expert technique only. That's it,
correct.
expert is completed. But why I am
Yes,
telling means, if the interview if he is stretching on the points, if the interview is going very deeply, then
yes,
he
yes.
will ask what is an absolute, what is a relative. With
Mm,
the all
mm,
other training institute, they are not telling text of. The challenge is in the web page, whenever there is a dynamic web elements, the challenge will come. If it is a static web element, I no need to give any explanation, because
correct.
the web element properties are changing dynamically. Today is some value, tomorrow some value. Then we need to handle that. That is the difficulty part we need to handle. And in the interviews also, what are the challenges you faced in the interviews, then we need to tell this concept. Okay,
Correct.
other than hyperlink, there is some web element is there, then that time I used contains text of by using advanced export concept. So this
Mm,
is the, these are the points the interviewer will be impressed.
correct. No,
Okay.
as and when I feel that we have enough
Yeah.
enough information to identify an element, we
Yes,
always
yes.
come up with something something new.
uh, yeah.
Okay,
So that's
okay,
it.
that's
So today we understood absolute XPath. Absolute means from root node to specific node. Relative means based on object properties. We can write R and operators and text of and contains. So I will upload these videos after some time. You can go through the videos as well. So that's it for today. And remaining XPath will be topics will be continued by tomorrow.